Have you ever used Google Cloud before? Statistically speaking, you haven't, because its adoption is pitiful. You might have used Firebase at some point, but even then, it's not getting too much adoption nowadays. The reason I'm talking about this is the pain of seeing more and more people going through with Google Cloud product, especially recently. What exactly is wrong with Google's cloud? Well, to put it simply, they don't use it. Google doesn't use their cloud product very much at all. They aren't big believers of dogfooding, generally. Most of Google's cloud platform is stuff that someone thought was a cool idea, so they went out and hacked it up to see if they could do it or not. But every time I talk to engineers, both who have used Google's product or work at Google, neither are happy with the experience that Google Cloud Platform provides. Seems like the reason people go with Google is history of going with Google or some weird specific edge case where they found a way to make Google cheaper than other providers. And even then, who knows how long those prices will last, or even those services, because Google loves destroying the things that they build. I want to showcase some of the bad experiences users have had, some of the weird interactions I have had, and most importantly, the thoughts of people who work at Google on why Google Platform is the way it is. So the reason we are talking about Google Cloud today is the terrible experience Railway recently had. Railway is one of the heaviest users of GCP that I know, and they are beyond ready to leave as soon as they can. Google randomly, automatically lowered their quota, taking out all of their services, and then refused to let them upgrade it for a while. They ended up having to do a long support case. Their networking product just does not work for them. They wait for premium 15-minute support to filibuster 2 to 3 responses to buy themselves more time. Just insanity. You see the rate limited. We did 5,000 in 10 minutes. The quota was approved for 18K a minute. That's not the rate limit. What's the rate limit? Not sure. Have to check with the team. Are you kidding? Are you joking? And this is just what it's like to talk to the team. I want to be clear. The Firebase team is pretty cool. I've had great interactions with people from Firebase, but holy shit, I have had the worst interactions from GCP people. This dude blocked me after this interaction. I did a video about Heroku killers. He said, give Cloud Run a try and let me know if I still classify it as hard mode. I said, giving it a try now, not off to a good start. I couldn't figure out how to add a GitHub repo here. It ended up being under some weird folded chunk later on. I found it. Okay, so I have to create a container and select a bunch of specs. This is all to just get some code running. Found the GitHub button, kind of, and this page was just full of errors. Just building an image requires CSS padding is wrong there. Just couldn't get it to actually work. I had to refresh the page twice to make it work. What did enable Cloud Build API button do? Hanging on a loading spinner now. It just got stuck as a loading spinner and then disappeared. What? Added auth GitHub, still getting no repositories available. I had to refresh like 6 times. Oh, look, he deleted tweets. Yeah. And as I said here, if you think this is easy mode, I implore you to check out Railway. I'm giving up already, and I haven't even got a service made yet. I literally got like 10 steps in, and I couldn't get it to deploy. What? Are you kidding? That's not easy mode. If your whole day is Google Cloud because you're an employee of Google Cloud, maybe that's easy mode for you. But for us mere mortals with real fucking jobs, it's not that simple. And I feel bad bringing this up almost a year later, but it seems like this is more so the experience rather than less. It is really hard to take Google Cloud seriously for real workloads. And I'm not the only one who thinks it. Jake's certainly not the only one who thinks it. Existing Google employees think this. This is an article about how good Google is overall as a place to work and build, and how much happier Stevie is at Google overall. But there is a section down here that is incredibly damning. The one last thing Google doesn't do well is platforms. We don't understand platforms. We don't get platforms. Some of you do, but you are in the minority. This has become painfully clear to me over the past 6 years. I was kind of hoping that competitive pressure from Microsoft and Amazon, and more recently Facebook, would make us wake up collectively and start doing universal services, not in some sort of ad hoc, half-assed way, more or less the same way Amazon did it. All at once, for real, no cheating, and treating it as our top priority from now on. But no. It's like our 10th or 11th priority, or 15th. I don't know. It's pretty low. There are a few teams who treat the idea very seriously, but most teams either don't think about it at all, ever, or only a small percentage of them think about it in a very small way. They just don't think about platforms. The people who build Google's products that scale to Google's scale, and the people who build GCP, which is the Google Dev Platform, are different people who don't talk or interact. It's just different worlds. And this is the experience of using Google's cloud product. It feels like like they don't know what's going on. And that's why it's so memed here and jokey to even talk about, because Google's product just doesn't get it. And it kind of sucks to see. Since I originally recorded this video, there have been two big developments on the Google side. The first is Google Domains. It no longer is owned by Google. They sold it to Squarespace, which is a fascinating decision. Everybody who relied on Google Domains for things like .dev, which they were the only provider of, who knows what your future is. Best of luck. As for the reliability of the cloud product, we've seen some messed up stuff. If y'all are familiar with Render, they're another one of the new era cloud providers. They build on top of AWS and Google Cloud, and they had a massive outage because Google Cloud went down. The CEO of Render tweeted about this. Apparently, they knew over 4.5 hours earlier than Google did because they had better alerting on Google services than Google. Because again, Google does not use their cloud product. And I really want to hammer that point home. It's the reason why I made the video in the first place. Google Cloud product feels more performative than usable. And it doesn't seem like the people who build it build Google on top of it. And that's going to result in lackluster experience no matter what. Amazon builds everything on top of AWS. They know their stuff works because they use it. And without that same level of commitment from Google, I just don't see any reason to take Google Cloud seriously. I hope this video is helpful. Hope you like this crazy new space. Lots more videos about this coming very soon. If you want to learn about which providers make the most sense in 2023, I have a video here all about that. Thank you, as always. Peace, nerds.